going on, everybody? Welcome back in. We are going to do another mock draft for the Arizona Cardinals today. Another 7-round mock draft. Now, I did do one probably about a week or two ago. Now, if I might say so myself, I thought I did a pretty darn good job. Now, if you like this type of content, definitely do me a huge favor. Smack the like button on this video and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content on the road to 12K, ladies and gentlemen. Let's dive right into this. Now, we are going to be using the NFL mock draft simulator. If you haven't used it before, that's what we're going to be using. So just full disclaimer here, ladies and gentlemen, I have seen some instances where using this mock draft simulator where we have Will Anderson and Jalen Carter going 1 and 2. Just FYI, right? Now, that's completely out of my control. We're going to go ahead and do what we can, to kind of rebuttal that situation. Now, I hope that doesn't happen for Arizona Cardinals, in real life. But if it does happen, we'll have to obviously plan out to see what we're going to be able to do to, kind of not let that get to us. Because, yes, that's going to be pretty rough if that happens. So, obviously, we're picking for the Arizona Cardinals. We are doing the 2023 7 rounds. I have this under normal. Let's go to slow just because I want to see what other teams go ahead and draft. And let's go ahead and enter the draft room here, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, we're sitting with the 3rd overall pick. Like I said, I've seen some instances where 1 and 2, Jalen Carter and Will Anderson goes, right? So if that happens, we'll figure it out and we'll see what happens. So let's go ahead and start this mock draft and see how this lands for us. All right, let's take a look here. So, whoa, this is definitely unheard of here, ladies and gentlemen. We got an instance where no quarterbacks go, but we got one trade offer from the Washington Commanders. They want to give us their 16th overall and take our 3rd and give us a 6th and a 5th for 2024. No way, Jose. I don't like these generated ones that are coming through. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue to pick for... So this is an interesting, right? This is interesting right here because if you think about it, number 1 was Myles Murphy, number 2 was Wilson. I don't see a world where that actually does happen, especially if it's not Will Anderson or Jalen Carter. Like, we're kind of allowing this to fall in our lap right here. And I'm so surprised that we don't have anybody try to trade up. But I guess the reason for that is because every quarterback is still on the board, right? You got Bryce Young, Will Levis, and CJ Stroud. Now, last mock draft, we went ahead and went over with Jalen Carter. I'm going to do a different, this time around because I truly think that Will Anderson and Jalen Carter is, they're both great, right? They're both great. So this time around, I'm going to do Will Anderson and see how this all kind of falls out for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, that's a great pick, right? We got the Seahawks getting Jalen Carter, which sucks, but we'll keep continuing to see how this is going to fall here for the Arizona Cardinals. Let's see here. Detroit, Brazil, there's Keely Ringo, Witherspoon just went. We're coming up here pretty soon for our pick. Now, I know there is some people that would want me to trade back in that scenario, but I don't know. I find myself not wanting to do that because, man, I feel like you got to go either with Will Anderson or Jalen Carter if they fall to you. Okay, so let's take a look here. Let's see where we're landing at. Now, I believe last time I went edge in the 2nd round. So 1st round, I did interior defensive lineman with Jalen Carter, and then I went edge, and everybody was like, oh, I'm not sure about that one. So let's take a look to see who's available here. I love the idea of building from the trenches here, right, to see what we could go ahead and do. Let's see who is available. Now, I think Felix Ozuma was the guy I ended up getting last time. So let's keep looking here. We can either go interior defensive line, or we can, try to address the offensive line, which is definitely something very, very smart to do. Let's take a look here. So we still got a lot of tackles. Let's take a look at the interior. So we got Cyrus Torrence from Florida. Now, John Michael Schmitz, to me, I think that's a no-brainer to go ahead and get something like that. Oh, man, I'm so conflicted here for this 34th overall pick. Go cornerback. We go Emmanuel Forbes. We got a few people here. Garrett Williams, Eli Ricks. Because right now, like, there's just so many holes with this Arizona Cardinal roster right now. I want to go this. I wish there was another one. Maybe we can go this later on. So let's do that. Let's see if we can address the interior. So I'm so conflicted here. This is I love the idea of Emmanuel Forbes. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. I think I'm thinking too much here on this one. Let me see who's best player available, at least who is going to be available right now. Let's go with Osiris Torrance out of Florida. Let's go ahead and bring him in to the Arizona Cardinals. Welcome in. We're going to go ahead and try to address the offensive line because let's be honest, y'all, it's going to be pretty tough out here for our offensive line. So he does play guard right now. So, okay, we're coming up here pretty soon again. And we are not on the clock yet, but we are seeing some talent, kind of dwindle away and kind of move away. Let's see who. So we got our pick coming up. See, I don't like these generated mock drafts. Like this is the value in this is just absolutely bogus. All right, let's see who we have available now for the Arizona Cardinals. We can either go interior defensive lineman with Will McDonald. Let's keep going here. Garrett Williams, very interesting to me. Let me see if my center is here. No, I think they ended up taking him. It's also Luke Weipler, but we could probably snag him later on. Let's see what the cornerbacks look like, at least as of right now. I think I might go Garrett Williams. I think this will definitely go ahead and address a cornerback that we can bring in and at least bring in talent within the top 100 players, right? I think we should be doing that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go Garrett Williams here out of Syracuse. We got some A's coming up here. So I know we have a pick coming up really, really soon, which I'm excited about, right? So we got our edge. We got some a guard to protect our quarterback. And then we got a cornerback here out of Syracuse with Garrett Williams. So let's continue to wait. Our pick is coming up here pretty soon. I believe it's somewhere in the 90s. Yeah, the 96th overall. So we're coming up here pretty soon. All right, let's take a look here. Now, last time I believe I went running back because we don't know the future, right? We don't know the future of James Conner and how he's going to produce. Now, he was one of our best offensive pieces when he was available this last year. So kind of hard to knock on him on that. I love the idea of going running back right here. And let me just take a look to see who's available in terms of running back. Let's see here. So Zach Evans was a guy that ended up getting last time. Now, I am a big fan of Zach Evans, truly. I think he is a very, very good running back pertaining to his stats and what he's basically done in Ole Miss. What his stats look like is going to be 144 attempts, 936 yards, 9 touchdowns, and average 6.5 yards a carry. 6 foot, 215 pounds. So, like, although I want to do something different to appease this mock draft, I love the idea of bringing him in. Now, Kenny McIntosh is also very, very intriguing as well. But the only, let me see here. Where's McIntosh lying on? So he's 6'1", 210 pounds, 829 yards, 10 touchdowns. Oh, that's intriguing. So Kenny McIntosh out of Georgia, which I have seen him play, 215 pounds with Zach Evans. And then Kenny McIntosh, 210 pounds, 6'1". Oh, that's a tough one. I think I want to go running back in this time around because that one is really the only one that kind of really sticks out to me. Got Matthew Bergenson. See if we can maybe address something else there. Let me see here. Where's our next pick is 104. So maybe they might fall. Maybe I can address the offensive line here. And maybe they just might fall after all. I might take a risk here, y'all. I might take a risk and get an offensive lineman with Matthew Bergenson. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm just doing a little research here on my end to see like what we can do. But he plays left tackle. And on DJ Humphries really worries me. Something about DJ Humphries worries me. I know he's like the only guy that we really have, but like if we could somehow do something with Matthew Bergeron, or at least try to develop him to eventually take over that left tackle spot, I feel like that would be a no-brainer for the Arizona Cardinals. So I think what I might do is I think I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna go with Matthew Bergeron and continue to build our offensive line, because that's something that's been a biggest weakest point for the Arizona Cardinals kind of moving forward. So, okay, we're back. Okay, so now we're sitting in the 104th spot. Let's see if our running backs are still there. Ladies and gentlemen, both our running backs are still there with Zach Evans and Kenny McIntosh. So far right now, I think we have a very, very stellar draft for the Arizona Cardinals, at least the way that it shook out. Now, I'm going to also let you guys know I'm doing this mock draft with the understanding that we're not trading away DeAndre Hopkins. That DeAndre Hopkins is staying with the Arizona Cardinals. Now, if that does happen, obviously it changes, my first maybe, 2 or 3 rounds. But as of right now, DeAndre Hopkins is still on the team. So I don't think wide receiver is a big need right now. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe address that later on in the draft. So, ooh, this is tough. Okay, so let's see here. Last time I went Zach Evans, and I really do like him. I like the idea of Kenny McIntosh. Let's see here. Got some few people here. Oh, man, I want to go Zach Evans so darn bad, but McIntosh, I've seen him run in Georgia, and I really did like what he did. So just for the sake of doing something different, I think I'm going to go Kenny McIntosh. But Zach Evans would be my pick. No, oh, my God. Okay, let's do Zach Evans. I want Zach Evans. I want Zach Evans. I'm sorry. I like Kenny McIntosh and the idea of that, but, man, I have to go with Zach Evans at the 104th pick. I just have to. Okay, so now we're sitting with A plus, A plus, A plus. So far, this is working out here pretty well for the Arizona Cardinals. It's going to be a while for us to pick because we have to wait for at least 50 picks to kind of go through, and then we'll have to figure out where we go from there, right? Now, we can either address the wide receiver, we can either get a quarterback, which last time I believe I got Clayton too, and a lot of people weren't a big fan of that individual. But hey, we'll see, right? We'll see how this draft board ends up shaking out here for the Arizona Cardinals. So, let's take a look here. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this mock draft so far. I'm a fan of this mock draft. So we got our edge player, we got our interior, we got our offensive tackle, we got a cornerback to help us out. So let's see here how else this is going to fall out to the Arizona Cardinals just moving forward. Let's take a look. Okay, we're about to come up here pretty soon. I see us right there. We're coming up here pretty soon. Here we go. Nope, I'm not accepting any trades right now, y'all. Just back up. All right, let's take a look here. So they would want us to get a few of these people. Okay. More offensive linemen help. Cox. Let's see here. Let's see what quarterbacks fall. We still have Clayton Tune right there, which I'm a fan of. I know a lot of people didn't like that, but I still think it's a pretty interesting. Aiden O'Connell, interesting. Bennett from Georgia. I mean, that could be very intriguing as well. The only problem on him is that he's not obviously the tallest, taller than Kyler, but he's not the tallest. So let's see what cornerbacks are available. Maybe we can double down on some cornerbacks help. No, I don't see anybody here that I'm willing to take right now. Here's some interior help. Dylan Horton was a guy that I got last time. We got Keon White. Let's see here. Just kind of keep looking around here to see who's available for the Arizona Cardinals to possibly snag. There's not really wide receivers that I really want to jump off the board right now. Wide receiver just went there. Linebacker. Okay, for the sake of... Let's see what Ryan Hayes is at. Let's take a look here. Offensive lineman, Ryan Hayes. Ah, man. I love the idea of continuing to build our offensive line, but I also do love the idea of building maybe or get some more defensive line pieces. Let's do that. Let's go with Keon White out of Georgia Tech. Let's see if I can do a little research on him real quick. Keon White, 6'5", 285 pounds, 29 solo tackles, 7.5 sacks in the 2022 season. That's pretty nice. Let's do that. Let's see if we can address the interior defensive line. Let's do that. Another A+. Okay. All right, let's keep it going here. Let's see how this is going to shake out. We got 2 more picks in this NFL draft to see how this is going to shake out for us. Maybe we can go another offensive lineman, which, hey, we're back again. Let's see here. So quarterback, Clayton Tune's still there. I still feel like Clayton Tune is the best, at least in my opinion, for the Arizona Cardinals to possibly get a a quarterback that's, you know, of height, of size, right? Like that's what I'm kind of looking for. Noah Daniels, Martin. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna go. I know people didn't like this, but I'm gonna go Clayton Tune, and the reason for that is because this is the reason why I go Clayton Tune, and I did this on my last mock draft as well, and I tried to not do the same thing. The problem is that Clayton Tune's like stats: 40 touchdowns to 10 interceptions, 6'3", 220 pounds. Like that's what I'm really looking for. Let's look at Aiden O'Connell, which I could probably snag him later on if I were to. Uh, let's see here, O'Connell. Let's see where he's landing at. I look into Aiden O'Connell to see like how he is. And I don't know find him on in terms of stats. So let me know, everybody, what you guys think about these quarterbacks right here. Who would you go for? I know O'Connell was a name that people mentioned. Also Bennett from Georgia. He's won some. He's won a national championship. So maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll risk it all and go for him later on. That's a tough one. I want to go quarterback here. I truly do. Let's see here. Oh, we can go linebacker, safety, wide receiver. Ronnie Bell. Let's see here. What's Ronnie Bell look like? 6 foot, 190 pounds, 4 touchdowns. So okay, that's right. I'm living in the world that we're not getting rid of DeAndre Hopkins. That's right. Okay, so let's do this. Oh, did I just see somebody right here? Did I just see somebody in cornerback? Maybe we can get some more cornerback help. Max Melton. Oh, I didn't even know he was there. Okay. Max Melton. Maybe we could just double down on getting some cornerback help. 6 foot. Yeah, let's do that. Let's double down just because I'm so indecisive of getting it. So let's get Max Melton. B plus. Okay, no worries. All right, let's see what quarterback falls to us, right? If it is Bennett indeed, then we'll just snag him to see how it goes. Because I think what the Arizona Cardinals are going to do, especially with Kyler Murray not coming back until October, I think it's going to be one of those situations that we're going to find ourselves either getting somebody in the draft later on, or we might be doing a situation where we're going to get somebody in free agency. So let's take a look here. What quarterback's going to fall? Hey, my guy's still right there, Clayton Tune. Nope, don't want any drafts. Okay, so I think we're gonna go that route. Aiden O'Connell did go, so we're gonna get Clayton Tune. That's what we're gonna do. Another plus rating. So we got a cornerback out of Rutgers, Max Melton. So we got a B plus rating, and so far this is what it looks like here, right? So we got Will Anderson to help out our edge room. We got a interior offensive lineman with Osiris Torrance. We got Garrett Williams, cornerback out of Syracuse. Matthew Bergenson, A plus rating. That's going to be our future left tackle. We got our running back, Zach Evans, Keon White, defensive lineman, and Max Melton, cornerback out of Rutgers, and our quarterback to see if we can, spark some sort of, I guess, quarterback competition for any free agent that we bring in and this rookie. So high potential coming up for Clayton Tune. I think that's a very, very good value, at least in my mind, picking him up in the 7th round. So this, again, just a real quick recap. This is what it looks like. I think I did a fantastic job. Let me know what you guys would have done differently in this mock draft. If you would have gone cornerback, offensive line earlier, or you would trade back, let me know in the chat below, ladies and gentlemen. As always, thank you so very much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, go Cards.